hasn't been a new asset class since the bond market was created in 1693. Well, now there's a new asset class, and it is the digital asset space. The question is, are you participating? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Good evening. Happy Thursday to you. Wow, what is going on? Did I read correctly? Paul Tudor Jones? Did I read that correctly? What? Say that again? No. Mr. Jones himself? Holy cow. So Bitcoin almost hit 10,000. It's up there like, what was it, like 9,500 or something at one point. Yes? You know, I was on the xrparcade.com site. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely want to check it out. By the way, guys, if you want to talk to your friends and get them into the digital asset space and you don't know really how to, you want to talk to them, but you think that might, they're not going to listen, right? xrparcade.com. Text them a link. Let them click on it and learn about this ginormous behemoth of an entity that is Ripple. I gotta tell you, I was looking over the Ripple ecosystem earlier today. BTC is at 10K right now. No way. Is it really? What? I took my BTC out yesterday, bought some digital assets. I should have waited another day. Are you kidding? I would have been able to get more digital assets. Holy cow. 10 grand. Wow. Let me see what's going on there. Are you kidding me? Let me go see that. But anyway, so I'm looking at this Ripple ecosystem, and I just thought to myself, because it took me back to 2016, 15, and 14. I'm looking through the different things. He's got it set up so perfect. It's great. And I just thought to myself, what in the world is any doubter, naysayer, hater, what could they possibly be thinking? Is the global steering payments committee, is that still a thing? Anyone know if the global payments steering committee is still a thing? What in the world? Now, then I see this thing with Madame Lagarde and Christina, is it Kristalina or Christina? Georgieva. Daily candle closed above 10K. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. And then in addition to, I'm hearing this, ECB is going to have to, they have to go to other tools. They're going to have to go to another tool for the liquidity, perhaps. Interesting. IMF, Miss Georgieva says, buckle up. I'm looking at the xrparcade.com site, and I come across the Global Steering Payments Committee. And I'm thinking, what is going on? I'm listening to Tika Tawari today, and all last night, I'm just all over all different companies. Came across two gems, I believe, and new digital assets, I believe. Like, I don't know. I think to myself, I may have missed the 1 cent to 7 cents. That's okay. When I discovered and realized that Neo went from 13 cents, which means it was less than that, to $197. Neo did that. You got to ask yourself, what is something that's a lot of people, when they think about the challenge being solved, will be like, yeah, that makes sense, right? What's that use case? What's the problem out there that a lot of people would think, yeah, that makes sense? I thought about Cambridge Analytica. I think it's called Cambridge Analytica. The whole debacle with, I think it's Cambridge Analytica, with Trump and Facebook and that whole thing. And I'm looking at digital assets. And I'm looking for one. I put in live coin watch, what I thought was the identifier for it. That's what we call an air traffic control, 3-letter or 4-letter identifier for it. And I came across a different one. And I checked out the team behind that and the advisors. What's up with this advisors stuff? Advisors. And I saw all these capitals, right? So ABC capital, DEF capital, right? You know what I'm talking about? Behind this project. And I'm like, huh. I'm looking at it, it's less than a penny. I'm thinking, huh, this might be something. I don't know, crazy stuff going on right now, guys. Again, listening to Tika. I'm listening to Tika now talk. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about now, but yeah. Tech royalty, the tech royalty retirement plan. You guys get that one? Did you guys get the info on the tech royalty retirement plan? You know how he likes to change words around, and it could be all kind of different stuff. I'm only 6-7 minutes into it, and I just think, man, did you guys know that Neo went from 13 cents to $197? That's not bad. How many know that's not bad? How many of y'all know that's not bad? What's the next thing that's going to do it? Right? Pointing out all these different kind of scenarios that take place right after the halvening. You know, they may do their thing before the halvening in typical Bitcoin fashion, but after the halving, it's another thing completely. Another thing completely. I'm like, no way. No, are you kidding me? Like, no way. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. The thing, you know, the thing that I think's the most about Tika and Palm Beach Research Group is that they know there's a segment of society, bottom line, there's a segment of society that are not this community. Yep. Exactly, TJ Jackson. And TNT is the same thing as well, right? The same thing as well, right? We can't forget his background. He knows the game. He knows how it is going, without question. But he caters to a segment of society who is not, for example, the XRP community. That segment of society is not going to spend hours doing research on digital assets. Forget about it. Not going to do it. I was listening to some guy on YouTube today. The guy said he spent 50 to 60 hours a week. 50 to 60 hours a week listening and learning on YouTube and podcasts. That's more time than he puts in at his job. There's a segment of society that is not going to do that. Just not. It just not. It's so funny too, because I can look at all these different assets and I'm like, there's a concept, right? And so it's not the Warren Buffett concept, by the way. But I heard one guy and I thought to myself, wow, this is a pretty prominent guy that Tika was interviewing. I mean, this dude, right? I'm listening to this dude, and this dude says something, and I thought to myself, shoot, Tika was right all the time, all along. I thought he was just saying it. The dude said, he kind of leaned back. I mean, we talking, right? This dude, right? Right? This dude's massive. And he says to Tika, and he says, you know, first of all, I expect the the market cap to be 10 times what it is now in 5 years, 5 to 10 years, somewhere around there, right? Then he says, and the great thing is you don't have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money. And when I heard that, you don't have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money. And I remember thinking this $200 to $400 for small investors and 500 to 1,000 for big investors per play. And here's the thing. I'm thinking of that, and then you see 20 to 25 plays. 20 to 25 plays. So let's just say it's 20 and it's 200 each. And that's it. 20 at 200 each. 200 this week, 200 that week, 200 next week, different plays. In this space, just a good chance you're going to pick one if you can hold on to it for 2 and 3 years or longer. The biggest challenge in the digital asset space is that no one tunes in until the bull run. And so they come to this space thinking that the space is the bull run. That's the problem. That's the problem. Not Tika. That's the problem. The problem is that people come into the space and they think that the entirety of the digital asset space is the bull run. They don't think it's the sideways that can take place, that can go on for years. They don't, the bear market that can go on years, the sideways movement that can go on for months. They don't think that's the mark. They don't think that's the digital asset space. That is the challenge. Tika is in the business of making money for his clients. And that is exactly what he's doing. For us in this community, there's a good chance that some people knew about Neo before the clients, before Tika and Tawara and his clients. There's a good chance that there were people in this community that knew about Chainlink before Tika and his clients. But this community, my friends, is minuscule. It's minuscule as compared to clients from all over the world. All over the world. That's the difference. Because you and I, we can, right, especially the XRP community, we can go deep diving, right? We can go on some deep dive, right? The XRP community has massive deep dive researchers, right? Getting ahead of the game, completely get ahead of the game of the masses in this space. The XRP community is just straight fire. But please don't think that's the rest of the digital asset space. And please don't think that's the rest of the world. Please don't think that. Because it just isn't so. I was talking with a guy who's been in the financial services business for 25 years. 25 years. Never, ever heard of high cash value life insurance. Ever. Never heard of it. Did not know it was such a thing. He heard of whole life insurance, but he had never heard of high cash value life insurance. He had never heard of dividend paying, participating life insurance. Never heard of it. 25 plus years in the space, never heard of it. And when I say financial services, I mean insurances, I mean private investment banking. I mean, retail banking. I mean, real estate. This dude was in all kinds of stuff. He worked with high net worth individuals. Financial services, 25 plus years. And it took him 26 and a half years to start his first, 46 and a half years to start his first high cash value life insurance. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, the information and the knowledge and getting to it, I promise you, that's where the money, that's where the value add comes in. The value add comes in from educating the masses. That's where it is. That's what it is. I tell you, but I just got so I'm on this XRP arcade. Forgive me for that rant there, but I'm on this XRP arcade thing, and I'm looking at it. Anybody know if the Global Steering Payment Committee is still a thing? Is it Global Steering Payments Group? Yeah, group. Anyone know if that's still a thing? Because I believe that it is. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, are you kidding me? What's going on with the doubt and the naysayers and the lack of a bigger picture? What is going on? And right. So here's the thing. I shared with you guys on the stream yesterday, I believe it was. I shared an interview where Chris Larson. Now I don't know the timetable in the interview, but it's apparently sometime after the lawsuit, right? Because he was being asked about the lawsuit and the security thing. And this dude, I just want you to think about this. This dude says, she asked about the lawsuit. This dude went somewhere else and said, what I really think is important, that if we can come together and solve a problem, I think that the key issue is that we can come with a digital asset that can solve a problem, a real use case, like XRP is doing for cross-border payments. Cool. But just to let you know, that's just initial, right? He says, initially, that's our thing. But long-term, it's about creating a digital asset for the world to use in all kinds of use cases. And he used the phrase global currency or world currency, one of the two he used in an interview from a reporter that is going to be televised. This dude said cross-border payments that's our initial thing. The goal and what we're looking to do is a whole nother different thing. You and I saw that. How many people in the XRP community saw that? It's so funny because there are people in the XRP community right now, that they don't know that they know what they hold. They do not know that they know what they hold. They're hoping. That's where the value add is. The value add is in the reassurance and the education and helping people to weather the storm. That's where the value add is. The value add is not in taking 25 of the top 35 digital assets and say put $200 in each one if you're a small investor and 500 to 1,000 if you're a large investor. That's not where the value add is. Right? Let me show you. Shout out to Leonidas and XRP Arcade. Guys, I just, I don't know. I'm like, what? Let me show you. And it was a great reminder for me, quite honestly. What did I do? Why did I do that? It was a great reminder for me, quite honestly. Like, what exactly is Ripple doing? Like, what exactly are these guys doing? Is this thing really bigger than what we suspect? I want to go through this and hopefully I can find the right one. Yeah, and share this with you. Like, whoa. TJ Jackson, I was like, whoa. I'm going to go over a little bit of this and then I'm going to say hello to everyone that's joined the stream. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't had a chance yet to smash the like button, no worries. Just collapse that chat real quick. Go smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm to get this channel out to more people. Is that the one I wanted? Yeah, okay, it is. So again, I'm on XRP Arcade, and I pull up the Ripple ecosystem, okay, and I'm going, I'm just kind of going through this is the Ripple ecosystem, okay, and I'm just going through different names, and he's got it laid out geniusly. This dude, I got to tell you, the people from XRP Arcade, if it's more than just Leonidas, outstanding stuff. And I'm going through the different things. I'm trying to figure out why so many universities on here. Like, why are all these universities on here? Right? I'm going through that. Then he's got associations. Right? I'm just kind of going through it to see Andreessen, Horowitz, got investors. So you got associations. Then you got investors. Accenture's an investor in Ripple, the company. Seagate Technology, which we found out is massive. Digital Ventures. IDG Capital. Lightspeed Venture Partners. All Blue Capital. Andreessen Horowitz again. Avant Global. Blockchain Capital. Camp One Ventures. CME Ventures. Digital Currency Group. Pantera Capital. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And I'm thinking to myself, Standard Chartered Bank, an investor. I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? You just look at these names and you're just like, what does that mean? Technology. What does that mean? X-current, Ripple technology. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's probably what that means. So I'm going through it. And I came up to across, where is it? We've all heard of them. Maybe it's in something else. It's in the banks category. So you got banks, investors, you got technology, you got money transfer businesses. You see what I'm saying? So I come across the Bank of America Merrill Lynch, right? And he's got his, he's got it all cool. Setup is perfect. It's got homepage and it got link. So I clicked on the link for Bank of America Merrill Lynch. I'm thinking I'm going to hear, I'm thinking I'm going to see the patent thing that came out. I don't know, right? So I click on it. And it says this, and this is from September 23rd of 2016. And this was from Marcus Treacher. Certainly no slouch, right? Announcing Ripple's global payment steering group. And in 2016, unlike today, Ripple was a fintech company from San Francisco selling software to banks. Right? 2016, that's what they were. And they came out with a global payments steering group. I'm thinking to myself, what gives them the right to start a global payments steering group? You ever think about that? A fintech company selling software to banks and financial institutions. So interesting. We're steering payments toward a more modern destination with the Global Payments Steering Group. Image from Shutterstock. Is that right? I have Shutterstock. So here it is. Right on the heels of Ripple's news of our Series B funding, again, this is 2016, and ever expanding network of global banks, I'm very pleased to say that we have even more progress to report. Today, Ripple is proud to announce the creation of the first interbank group for global payments based on distributed financial technology. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Santander, and I believe they're just Bank of America now, right? Santander, UniCredit, Standard Chartered, Westpac Banking Corporation, and the Royal Bank of Canada are founding members of the network known as the Global Payments Steering Group. I'm not sure why I started thinking about the ISO 20022 standards body, but I just started thinking about that and how Ripple was just added to that. But before Ripple was added to that, there was probably a founding group of bankers. Probably. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would suspect that was the case. So CIBC will also join the Global Payment Steering Group as a new member. CIBC. Don't know what that is, but they're going to join this group as well, right? So there's a little tweet, got all the different people there, got a little at. So apparently, I don't know who did that, but there it is there. It says, although Ripple already has an extensive network of banks, this is 2016. So I'm just wondering what that extensive network of banks is today in 2020. What's that network look like today in 2020? Although Ripple already has an extensive network of banks, the GPSG will serve a specific purpose. The group will oversee the creation, and maintenance of Ripple payment transaction rules. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they interested in that? So the group will oversee the creation and maintenance of Ripple payment transaction rules, formalized standards for activity using Ripple. And now there's another comma. So the group will oversee the creation and maintenance of Ripple payment transaction rules. That's one thing they'll be doing because there's a comma. And then formalized standards. So they're going to oversee the creation and maintenance of formalized standards for activity using Ripple. And there's another comma. And other actions to promote implementation of Ripple payment capabilities as our network continues to grow. I'm thinking to myself, what in the world is Ripple doing? What are they really doing? Because if you're just a fintech company selling software to banks, why do you need a global payment steering group? You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So let me and I get other digital assets. I really do. I get them. Right? I just upped the ante on VeChain like in the wee hours in the morning this morning. I should have waited to tonight when I would have more BTC to do that. Right. So I get the other digital asset. And by the way, shout out to XRP Darren Moore, Fame 21 Moore. That dude is bringing all kind of VeChain news in this Patreon group. I was like, what? Shout out to Sonny Lou. Are you kidding me? But anyway, so the Global Payment Steering Group, is it steering? I'm making stuff up. What is it? Yeah, it is steering. It is steering group. So the Global Payment Steering Group is the first group of its kind. Now, remember, when I first heard that, the first thing I thought was the ISO 20022 standards body that Ripple just got announced or nominated to, right? And they just announced that. And I'm thinking that when that standards body got started way back when, right? There was, you know, who was the one, if you will, back then? If you understand what I'm saying. Who was the one back then that started that standards body and some other people joined that were founding banks back then? So it's the first of its kind. It is the foundation of a completely modern payments network. The Global Payment Steering Committee is the world's only blockchain bankers network with defined rules and governance. One simple integration affords banks access to a global real-time transaction network. You ever think about Bank of America and you know, what are they? I don't know, third, fifth, something massive in terms of banks. Like, I would think, I don't know, but they have a lot of things to do. And perhaps being on a slouch Global Payment Steering Group is not something on the agenda. I don't know about Santander and UniCredit and Standard Chartered. I mean, I don't know, but I would suspect that Bank of America has other things to do. This isn't 2016 when Ripple, again, was just a fintech company out of San Francisco selling software to banks. All right, so with payment rules and standards, process support, and a built-in community, Global Payment Steering Group offers banks a low-risk way to start using blockchain technology today. Well, how about that? This new payments network must have a common set of standards and protocols to maintain critical integrity and security across borders and offer seamless service to customers across the globe. And Bank of America and Standard Chartered are founding members of this steering group. The Global Payment Steering Group will work to, did I read that? Will work to define the standards and processes that this changing industry now needs in order to build better payments networks that can scale to the demands of tomorrow. Chairman of the Global Payment Steering Group, the chairman and former president and CEO of the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, Don Donahue, interesting name, pointed out the significance of this event. The creation of the Global Payment Steering Group is significant because this represents the first time that major banks have formulated policies to govern the transfer. And this dude, by the way, has been around for a minute, as we like to say, right? He's been around for a while. The creation is significant because this represents the first time that major banks have formulated policies to govern the transfer of money across borders using blockchain. I'm very excited to be a part of this group of forward-looking leaders who are building the payments network, not thinking about it, not hoping to be selected, not waiting for approval, building the payments network of the future today. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the world is Ripple really doing? I'm gonna go back into the chat here, check out what you guys got going on. What are they really doing? Let me say what's up to everybody that checked in here. Cookie Munt, how are you, my friend? Good to see you on the stream. TJ Jackson's in the building. What's up, TJ? Vaughn_Hurdle is here. Good to see you, Vaughn. Steve Hughes, what's up, my friend? XRP Joe is in the building. You guys, make sure you check out XRP Joe on YouTube. Give that dude a subscribe. Check out and see what he's doing. Rose Hughes, I always mess it up. Mr. Jones and me. I hear that. Alex Jeet is in the building. Hello, Siege and XRP fam. Crypto Universe, what's good to see you? Good to see you, Crypto Universe. The Crypto Caveman is here. Guys, forgive me for the rant. Forgive me. I just, look. I'm telling you, the more and more I learn, the more and more I am just taken aback about the blessings that we all are able to share in because we're here early. We're early. That's what Tika kept saying today. We're early in a new, entirely different asset class. He always says we're early in this new technology. How blessed we are. Bro, XRP, good to see you as always, brother. Martin 958 is in the building. What's up, Martin 958? Make sure comedian Chuck Reel's in the building. What's up, Alex G? Stuff the supercar. Yes, indeed. Comedian Chuck Reel says, yeah, I bought Neo at 27 cents and wrote it, but didn't have that much. So yeah, when I got it again, Tika exposed it to the group at 13 cents. And it went to $197, $167.97. What? I didn't know Neo. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Neo was when I first saw it. I think it might have been $78 or something. Bulls are out. What up? Indeed, they are. XRP Gal is in the building. Hey, miss. Good to see you. Oh. Glenford Husson is in the building. The Crypto Don Juan. What's good? What's good, dude? What's going on, Crypto Don Juan? I'm telling you, I came across a digital asset today because I was looking at another asset, Crypto Don Juan. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what in the world? the first thing I started thinking, man, I gotta increase the cash flow. I gotta increase the cash flow because there is just so much opportunity right now. It's unbelievable. Crypto Insomniac is in the building. What's going on, Crypto Insomniac? Glenford Hudson said, "You are bright, right." Thank you, Glenford. I appreciate that. What's going on, M. Grimes? Good to see you. Absolutely, bro. XRP. That's exactly what he's doing. In the marketing world, they call that value add. In the financial world, they might call it economic value add, EVA. Did it get up to $1? Man, Crypto Don Juan, is that right? Man, shoot. Oh, man. It's already $1. It was just 80 cents. It's already $1, Crypto Don Juan. Man. Bro, Siege, I got a feeling the bulls are coming out tonight. All the pro YouTubers are starting to live stream right now. Is that right? Everyone's live streaming at the same time. Man, I tell you, I got a little bit of a later start because I try not to mesh minds with other people. And I know CKJ does a late night one also. Paper Gang TV, what's good, Paper Gang? What's up with you, my friend? XRP Lava said number 28 on the likes. Guys, don't forget to smash that sub button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We are in the race, 3,000 subs. I might do a little giveaway too at 3,000. JS is here. I fear EXP is NWO. Oh, well. Yeah. New World Order, if that's what you mean, is just, you know, my dude, James Nethery says, it is what it is. What is that? TJ Jackson said, oh, well, something I missed it. This chat is screaming. GeoXRP is here in the building areas. GeoXRP, how you doing, my friend? XRP Vampires in the building. Star in the Making is here. Wow, it is a stream. It's a Hollywood stream tonight. Ellis Phoebus, how are you, my friend? Bitcoin 10K, huh? Yeah, NSA. Bro, XRP says Siege Encore, bro. Siege, you have a multitude of all-star streams, but this song right here, my friend, is the tip of the spear. Bravo. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. XRP. I appreciate that. And Grimes says, my next license plate is one. I like that. 13772. Boom. I like that, M. Grimes. My next tattoo, all the money. Hashtag all the money. I gotta tell you, man, I just gotta tell you, we're just so blessed. Nate B says, I already hit the like. Stop yelling at me, TJ. Oh, it's funny. Some real guy. What's going on, some real guy? Good to see you in the stream tonight. Looking back, Ripple has always been very open. TJ Jackson, 10,000% correct. I say it all the time. Ripple, David Schwartz, Garlinghouse, they always tell us everything that we need to know, always. Quarterly reports and such, not much change needed once they IPO, business as usual. Very smart. Absolutely. M1 Geronimo, good evening to you, my friend. Good to see you. Oops, there it is. Yeah, exactly. Bro, XRP, the steering group is the estate planner for Ripple's XRP. that's exactly right. That's a great analogy, bro. That is exactly right. All right, so I think I caught up on everybody in the stream. Now let me catch up on some of these comments, and then I'm going to go back to that. But it just made me think, like, what is going on? What is Ripple looking to do? Are we just taking all the money, hashtag all the money, for granted? Are we just letting words like initially XRP for digital assets, for cross-border payments, the digital asset for cross-border payment, but long-term, what we're looking to do is a digital asset that can be the world or global currency used around the world for all kinds of use cases. Are we just letting that come in one ear and let's just go out the other ear and just like, and I get the other digital assets, but man, I'm not going to pick any one particular out because as soon as I pick out one digital asset, someone else will say, someone put in the chat, well, what about this one? What about that one? So I'm not going to say anyone other, no digital asset. I get them. This is an entire new asset class. But man, I mean, just whoa. I mean, you think about that? Did you guys check out that Ripple ecosystem on xrparcade.com? Have you checked that out? Have you gone through it? Have you clicked on the links on the right, read the articles? Have you taken the time to level up your XRP IQ so that you know what you hold? Madame Lagarde says it must go beyond normal tools. Normal tools. Isn't that what DNI was saying? Isn't that what the digital nomad investor has been saying in his stream over and over and over and over again, every single stream? Right? He says once they've played all the cards in the hand, once they've used all the tools in the tool belt in the traditional manner that they're accustomed to do it, they're going to have to turn to a different tool belt with a different set of tools. Madame Lagarde just said they need to go to some beyond the normal tools. Wonder what that might look like. Bro, XRP, I'm telling you, I don't know if you're part of Darren Moore's XRP Darren Moore Patreon. This dude came out with 3-4 different things about what VeChain is doing. I'm like, what? Man. And I think it's a half a penny. I'm not waiting till it's 003. I'm not waiting. What am I waiting for? I'm not waiting. I'm getting some now. Did I miss 10,000 BTC? I did, because I took all my BTC. But I'm like, what does it matter? How blessed are we? How blessed are we, bro, XRP? When Mullen is in the building. What's up, When Mullen? When'd you sneak in here, bro? How blessed are we? We can think about who can't go out and get some VeChain right now? Who, the college kid right now, can go out and get some VeChain? The college kid, the waiter or waitress, can go out and get some VeChain right now. They can get it. They could take the Tika Tawari approach, put 200 or 400 if you're a small investor, put 500 to 1,000 if you're a large investor, and just hold for 2 or 3 years and see. Man, how blessed are we? Man, how blessed are we, right? I hear you, bro. TJ, I know you were saying that to TJ Jackson, bro, but that's funny. I'm trying to find more credit cards to buy more VeChain. I tell you. Hmm. That's odd that in Louisiana you can't use the Binance US uh, site. Isn't that's odd to me? I mean, I get New York, but Louisiana, that definitely sucks. Star in the making. But you guys get where I'm saying, kind of where we're going. Like, how about that XRP lava? I like that. Even a bunt is a hit if you make it to first base safely. Man, that's that's some good stuff right there, XRP lava. That is some good stuff. Very odd. I hope so. I hope you're right, bro, XRP. I dished that out to Miss Crypto Seeds yesterday. She's like, what? Because I said 5 to 10. And she's like, how much of that VJ we got? How many of those V chains do we have? Right? Oh man. Yeah, Coinbase, the Thunder Sound is in the building. Good to see you. Coinbase dropped their staking reward. I wanted to move Tezos there. Yeah. Coinbase. Laughable. I don't mess around with Coinbase, man. Binance US, Binance, other exchanges. I don't mess around. Coinbase. Ugh. Oh, by the way, guess what Tika Tawari is also sharing with his clients? Celsius network type platforms or platform. Yep. Think about that. This dude came from Lehman's share, one of them, right? Lehman Brothers, I believe, or it's the Shearson Lehman, whatever it was, right? One of those. Youngest VP in the history of that firm. Dude, super rich, hedge fund manager, right? All that. He's turning his clients onto a platform where they can earn yield on their digital assets. And he even told them about the collateralized depositions they can hold with the LTV. I'm like, what? I'm like, say that again? Did you am I reading this correctly? He did not. To the 60-something-year-old person? What? Sure did. And they don't even have it, they're not even close to Celsius. They don't have an app. You gotta do a checking account thing and set up. They offering 8% interest on stable coins, but they are nowhere near close to Celsius. This dude is recommending a platform like that to his clients, retirees, because and he's pointing out this dude came from that traditional space. He's pointing out, like we've been doing on this channel for I don't know how long, about the madness that is a savings and checking account and having your dollars there. This dude came from that world. He benefited from that world. And he's like, now he said only take 2% of your portfolio, just 2%, and check it out over there. But the idea that he went there was amazing. I think this little tech royalty thing that I'm 5 to 6 minutes into talking about royalties. I'm thinking, I don't know. but I'm thinking of staking. I don't know, but I'm thinking of staking. I don't know. Again, I don't know, but it feels like it. He's calling it tech royalty. Hilarious. And I just think, how blessed are we, my friends? How blessed are we? Debo was in the building. Right? You got to do an ACH on this platform. ACH. It's not an app. It's not like Celsius, boom, boom, app, boom, boom, all on the phone. Easy. You got to set up a checking account, do some ACH, get the bank to verify. What's your bank gonna say? I don't know. Maybe the banks are cool with them. I don't know. And I get that it has some other people kind of backing it because they're taking more of the banker's approach to it versus the people's approach to it, like Celsius. But I digress. Yeah, it sucks that some people unfortunately have to use Coinbase because Binance US, unfortunately, is not in all of the places in the good old US of A yet. That does kind of suck. It really does. I can't wait for it to get to all over the entire nation. And when Muller's like, get a VPN and use it anywhere. Yeah, the challenge, I think, with the Celsius thing is you have to have that whole VPN thing. I don't know if you have to. I don't know. It's tricky with that, I would imagine. It may be right if you screwed up and then they said, oh, not screwed up, you tried it and then they say, oh, it doesn't work in your state. It may be that you have to, because that software on that phone thing is it's real good. You may have to take it off, uninstall, get the VPN, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that might work. Get the VPN, get it up and running in the state that it does work for Celsius, and then put that Celsius thing on it. That might work. I'm just saying. VPNs are a beautiful thing. Will XRP, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Let's get back to this this particular thing. Again, guys, this was just me. Oh, let me do this. Just thinking to myself, what is going on? So yeah, so tell me more about crypto.com, bro XRP. Tell me more about that. How is it? How are the fees? It's getting a lot of good stuff to it. How is it overall? You can purchase most cryptos and withdraw right away. Might be an alternative to Coinbase. Yeah. I've heard about it. I've been there. I've looked at the different cards that they offer. I've never made a purchase. Is it website and apps? I don't know much about crypto.com, but I've heard it's pretty extensive, and they had some rough sledding in the beginning. Because I used to listen to Crypto Tone. He used to promote crypto.com all the time. The wallets are insured through BitGo and Fireblocks, TJ Jackson. So you use, okay, I use crypto.com and withdraw it as soon as possible. So you're going on the site crypto.com and you have a card attached there, bro, XRP? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, I hear what you're saying, for sale. And what I'm thinking is that if I uninstall that Celsius and then I had my VPN running in a state where Celsius is allowed, right? And then install Celsius, who's to say if that would take care of the problem? So I downloaded the app and connected my Visa card and make purchases all the time. Okay, cool. And the fees, bro, XRP, I appreciate you sharing that, brother. The fees are reasonable, just about the same as Binance US. But that's great to know that, though. I got to tell you. Download the app and connect my Visa card and make purchases. So you connect the oh, so you're saying it's a credit card? Gotcha. I wonder if I can use my bank card with the Visa logo. That's another thing to kind of look into as well. Can you use your bank card with the Visa logos? M. Grimes says, haven't used my card yet. So you got one of their cards, Tom M. Grimes. DC Precise is in the bill. What's going on, my friend? Yeah, man. 0x just took off. TNT did its thing as well. They're going to have to start calling that the Tika effect. Friends. You have to start calling that the Tika effect. Hey, I hear that, bro. You trust it just to buy and get it off there. Accessibility is really the key because, you know, we all know how to keep them safe, and we all know about getting, you know, a bunch of Nano and the Nano X and get some EliPal, right? We all know about Trezors and getting all of those. It's just the access. Got people in some places here in the States, they can't, you know, it's crazy. So if crypto.com, the app's going to work, hey, cool. It's better than not being able to, or certainly better than having to wait for Binance US to get to some other places. So that's a great alternative, bro. XRP. Thank you for sharing that. Let me share one more part from this and I'm going to get out of here. Guys, I just want you to get to a point that you know what you hold. Don't let the committee out there called they dissuade you. There is going to be a Bitcoin capitulation. It's going to happen in the next coming months, 2-3 months. There's going to be a sideways with XRP. It's going to drive you crazy. Sideways movement. It's going to drive you crazy because all the other alts are going to be doing their thing. Are you prepared for that? So check this out. I mean, let me finish reading this, guys, and then I'm gonna hop off here. I think this is crazy good. We read the quote from Don Donahue, who's the chairman of the Global Payment Steering Committee, the chairman, and he's the former CEO of the TTCC, Depository Trust and Clearance Corporation. The creation of this Global Payment Steering Committee group is significant because this represents the first time that major banks have formulated policies to govern the transfer of money across borders using blockchain. I'm very excited to be a part of this group of forward-looking leaders who are building the payments network of the future today. These leading banks are working with Ripple to reduce the time and cost of settlement. They're working with Ripple while also enabling new types of high volume, low value global transactions. By coming together to form the Global Steering Payments Group, these banks are laying the foundation for a new payments network. And if this is stated in 2016, how much more so is that the fact today? If these words are being echoed back in 2016, when Ripple was a fintech company selling software to banks and financial institutions, how much more so today, now that they're a blockchain infrastructure company, are those statements true today? How much more weight do they hold today? By coming together to form the Global Steering Payments Group, the Global Steering Payments Group, So they got it changed up there. It mixed me up. I thought I was wrong. Yeah, they got GPSG up the top here, and they got a little typo error right there. So it is the Global Payment Steering Group. These banks are laying the foundation for a new payments network underpinned by Ripple's solutions and supported by rules and governance for global settlement. Now, do you suggest that they're going to use some other kind of technology? Again, I just want to point out to you that the people from Bank of America are busy. Right? They're just, you know, they don't have to just hop on, you know, a payments steering group. You get what I'm saying, right? They're busy. So bank to bank, this is the way we modernize. Bank to bank. This is the way we modernize the world's financial infrastructure. Several of the banks offered comments about their decision to launch this historic network. We are committed to delivering innovations that support the evolution of global payment networks. We are pleased to join the steering group and explore practical applications for blockchain technology that will advance commerce in all regions of the world. That was from Jason Teed, head of innovation and global transaction services. Remember that dude? At Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Remember him on the podcast? It's time for banks to push on and move from discussing the potential benefits of blockchain to making them a reality. As ever, the devil is in the details. We are joining the Global Payment Steering Group in order to contribute to the definition of the standards and processes which the industry now needs in order to move ahead and build better payment networks. Julia Fora, head of research and development at Santander. As a leading international bank committed to digitization, our involvement in this group is only natural. In addition to promoting the use of distributed ledger technology, we have been and will continue to drive the standards and policies in order to create new value proposition for our clients and the wider industry. This is from Gautam Jain, the global head of digitization and client access transaction banking at Standard Chartered. Marcus Treacher ends by saying a year ago, 2015, Ripple arrived at Sibos with a smaller network of banks and the same big dream. I am very proud to return this year with so much to show for our hard work. The inauguration of the Global Payment Steering Group is yet another sign that the banking world is ready to update its infrastructure. And Ripple solutions are the best way to achieve that goal. I gotta tell you guys, that, my friend, is some good stuff. And that is from 2016. And if you're feeling good about something that was started in 2016, how awesome must you feel today, knowing what you know? Significantly more partnerships, significantly more partners, significantly more evidence of the reality that XRP, the champ, is here. Please let us not forget, Chris Larson said initially XRP is going to do the cross-border things. But long term, there's quite another different thing to do. And that is to be the digital asset for the world, for the globe and world currency for all kinds of use cases. That is out of that dude's mouth. That is the long-term goal. I hope you guys are excited as excited I am. That is some pretty good stuff. Will XRP says, "Siege, you're making me FOMO." TJ Jackson says, "My wife's buying VeChain." Yeah, I tell you, TJ Jackson, smart lady right there. I went and got some. I went and got some early wee hours in the morning. I did. Black Don Juan, Crypto Don Juan. I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter, man. On Twitter, or DM you on Twitter, bro. Crazy. All right, guys. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a cool hangout. As always, I hope you realize for you, right? All kinds. That's right, Hawk and Samurai. All kinds of use cases. Crazy. I hope this moment for you guys, I hope it is, in fact, a head up and shoulders back moment for you. I hope you walk like that. I hope you talk like that. That you are an early adopter in a new asset class, right? That you, my friends, are playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And you're winning. I hope you know that. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up the stream like I do all of my streams and remind you of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, fam. See ya. Bye.